So yeah, Yaktik is definitely where my heart lies in the comics.
Yeah, if you want to get into voiceover, you got to do it because you love it. You can't do it because you want to be rich and famous, especially because you're legit doing a job that people don't know your face.
You know, in my comic, there's a number of sentient computers and video game consoles that have happened over the years.
I should have a film. I thought it was going to be the end of this year, but I think it's going to be next year. There should be a film called Badness coming.
I think we're up to 6 Star Wars children's books now that I've illustrated.
I'm here!
I'm here.
The dork behind the drawing. No.
Yay!
Don't look him directly in the face.
I draw cartoons for a living, and you can't tell me that the stuff that that we're producing nowadays is just for kids.
Kevin and Kel is now the longest running webcomic. I started in September 1995, and it's never missed a day since.
When I announced that I was voicing for Inuyasha's daughter, everyone was like, what? Like,
that was all well and good until, I was giving Phil a ride one day and he said, so how's your boyfriend? And I said, well, we're breaking up. And Phil said, oh, really?
Welcome to Creators Corner on Planet Flipside. Yay! I'm Vixen Littlepaw, and this is Mel Librarian. And Jellybean, you scared me to death. So I hope everyone's doing well today. Look at all these people. Hello out there in TV land. So how's your day been, Mel?
Fantastic.
Hey,
I got crickets,
Rose.
and then I watched a bearded dragon eat them.
That's always exciting.
How's your day?
Pretty good. I watched the Winx Saga today and folded laundry, so nothing over.
I gotta do laundry tomorrow.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. You're sorries? Oh, because you didn't come play Fall Guys with us? Yeah.
That was not why she was sorry. That was not. That in fact was not why.
I just finished it, actually. It's really good. And now I want the 3rd season to come out. Well, today we have a guest. She is the creator of Devil's Panties, Jennie Breeden. Come on up.
Yeah.
She's got a little bug with her. Oh.
I am multitasking today.
It happens. We all do it.
Well, yes.
So this is spoilers. Which most people will be like, oh, she's so much younger than she is in the comic. Yeah, this one isn't in the comic yet.
Aww.
Spoilers.
This is not the one there.
And actually the older one is watching Reading Rainbow because I have a techie husband who's amazing. Oh no, this is on Prime. Yeah. No, this is Prime.
Worth having. Star L says Jennie. Very excited.
I apologize. I have not bathed today because motherhood. I didn't want to get up at 6 a.m. to have a shower.
We both know how that goes.
We both understand. Yes, we do. We're all about it.
Mine's just a little bit older though.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for you. I'm enjoying this right now. Do you, Liz? Do you want to be on YouTube forever and ever?
Come say hi.
Forever.
Yeah. Forever. Oh my. Well,
I'll be right back.
Unless you get demonetized or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh,
you okay, sweetie? Hold on, she's stuck.
Okay.
What are you stuck on? I know, right? Okay, sorry,
we're not
everybody.
monetized yet, so I'm not worried.
Oh,
I've already taken on Disney twice in one, so.
Well done.
I don't put up with shit. I know my copyright laws very well.
Yes. No, that can just knowing the lingo sometimes helps.
Yeah, I had to write them about 3 letters, but I said no. Put it back up.
Well, and the persistence. Just calling them again. Just having that week of being able to go. Oh, I can keep calling you.
Yeah. Well, and then I think a lot of things get flagged here on YouTube just automatically, and they just think people are just going to fold, and people are scared of corporates like Disney. I'm not scared. What are they going to take away from me? I don't have anything they want.
Well, and it's a bureaucracy because so you just know how to send in the dispute and send it in again and refile the paperwork. And, all right, so
send in my copyrights. Here are my copyrights. Here's the ones I pay for. Here are the ones I don't pay for, and this is why I don't pay for them.
Oh, wow, that was the bizarre movie, Gentlemen Broncos.
Yeah,
there's a wonderful spoiler of them going, oh well, actually, you do have the rights to. You do get to screw over the big guy because
and this is why. And this is how. Movie. Yeah. Do it. If you can do it, do it. It's a phenomenal feeling. Like I have cut up movies in the beginning of our makeup table, and someone said that's copyright. I said they're all under 60 seconds and they have no audio.
Yes. No, knowing the fine, the fine print, or we've all been scared by, and it's such an odd world that we live in now that there's this personal, if you're a meme, good luck.
Yeah.
That you can go viral, that we're all putting ourselves out there, but don't touch. I heard that we recently watched Great British Bake Off for the first time with Liz, and she's like, we need cookies now. But I heard that whenever one of the contestants starts crying, one of the hosts will come up and start singing copyrighted music. And so they can't use the footage of the person breaking down. I'm like, using the evil for good.
That's awesome. Yeah, we do give up sometimes our Friday nights with karaoke. So if we ever, it's still up. You can still watch it. It's just demonetized because it means I'll never be able to make money off of it, which is fine. I don't make money off this channel yet. Anyway, we've been on here for 3 years, but we're doing great. But we're not paid to do this. We pay to do this.
Yeah,
we're still we're still infants.
I started making money at my comic in about 2006 because I quit my day job and just signed up for like 19 shows a year. And so that was 5 years of doing something for free every day. So yeah, I actually had somebody at one point go, well, you need to cut me in on the profits of the Devil's Pennies. So I was like, oh great, you owe me $500.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot to put up my banner. If anybody does want to help the channel, buy us a cup of coffee. This is our cup of coffee.
So I was at Dragon Con pre-pandemic, and I go to a hotel Starbucks to pick up a cup of coffee, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's cheap." It was $2.12, and I said, "Oh, that's cheap." And the barista is like, "Where are you from?" Everyone complains about our coffee, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Portland. It's like $2.80 in Portland."
Oh, geez.
But now it's gotten like I don't look anymore. It's gotten expensive. I think gas is cheaper.
Most of my 20s and 30s, I was a barista in all different. I even worked at Starbucks at the end, and I'll never work for them again. That's for sure. But
I'm sorry.
It was terrible. I was like, that's not even how you make that. First time I heard somebody say, I want a caramel macchiato, I said, are you sure? Because a macchiato is a shot of espresso with a tablespoon of froth on top of it. That's what a real macchiato is. So putting caramel in that would be like a death shot. I don't think people who drink Mexican coffee could drink that. Like, whoa!
You kind of go. Can you explain what you mean? Because I don't think you mean what I think you mean.
I do not think you're doing what you think you're doing.
Yes. Oh, so many. Oh my God, we need that on a T-shirt. I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing.
I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing. There's so many things that could go with that saying.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I think I'm doing. I'm not.
We all fall in that. Oh no, I hope Mel's okay. I think something went on with her. She's house sitting. My Mel is house sitting her brother's house, which is it is a nerd's dream house. Their dining room is lined in helmets from Star Wars, all different stock helmets from Star Wars. The bathroom was at one
Thank you,
point it
sweetie.
was all Nightmare Before Christmas, and now it's all Baby Yoda.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
All the Funko Pops are on one wall.
So I went to Dragon Con, and Dragon Con's usually the default costume is the 501st, and it'll be a Stormtrooper Elvis or a Stormtrooper Burger King King. And there was like barely any Stormtroopers this year, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And they were like, well, 501st used to be drinkers who did cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like hardcore, like the everything's gotten into the hipster. You're not doing that right.
Yeah,
as opposed to the nerd of
community.
Oh my God, let's show you how to do. Yeah, it's a very different. The nerd that said, "Oh, you haven't heard of this? Let me show it to you." Whereas the hipster who said, "Oh my God, you haven't heard of that."
Yeah.
So apparently the
gatekeeper
is shifting.
Gatekeeping is obnoxious. We are anti-gatekeepers here.
I've started saying you're trying to gatekeep a field, an open field.
Yes,
you're not.
That's exactly right.
Good luck with that gate. Okay, I'm not going to get into specifics, but there was a comic artist who said to another comic artist, "You don't belong here. You're not good enough." He said, among other things, and we're just like, I'm sorry. Where do you think you are? What this is the whole concept of comics is everybody's welcome. Come on, try it out. It's hard. I mean, if you can do it, you're in because it's hard and nobody's getting paid. If my two kids weren't sitting here, I'd have a lot more expletives of how hard it is. I was like, if you can do it, do it. So I had a guy come up to me at a convention and he said, "You got me into comics, doing web comics." And I said, "I am so sorry." And he came back the next year. He was like, "Oh, I made my first book." And he came back the next year and he said, "Now I know why you apologized. You do a comic for the first year and you find out it's hard doing something every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the second year you find out it's hard and you're not getting paid."
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who does it, you're in. You're part of the club. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the whole gatekeeping.
Yeah,
like,
that's
dude.
terrible. One of my favorites is Order of the Stick, and that's just stick figures, people. So that's all it is. But the storyline is so good, I can't stop reading it. I'm a comic junkie. Yeah, I've been trying to convince Randy Mulholland to come over to the show, but now with him doing Popeye, I really doubt we're going to get him. I know, it's so sad.
He's a sweetheart. He
is
the first time I met him, I was like, "No, you're not Randy Mulholland. You're nice."
How could you be that person?
And the universe throws at him. And then I was sitting next to him at Gen Con, and Gen Con is so inclusive, just everybody, rainbow flags everywhere and trans everyone. And all the trans people come up to him and he knows them all by name. And he's just like, "Hey, how's that work? You were working on getting a job at this and that." And I'm like, I don't keep track of my fans this well. This is amazing. He's just on top of it.
It is amazing. Gen Con was our hubby and I's first date. We went to the last one in Milwaukee. Is that right, Abby?
Go for it, sweetie.
I think we went to the very last one that was in Milwaukee. I just thought I'd add that.
Liz is licking hummus off of her plate. She's like, "I think I just want to eat hummus." I'm like, "Sure."
It's okay. Have a spoon. Hummus is good for you. It's one of those things I used to make all the time. It's so easy. Put it in the food processor. That was in the comic this week. I wondered if that was real. Unfortunately, gatekeeping is sugar whirl.
For the comic, I toned that down. In the comic, it's just a random fan saying, "You people aren't real comic fans." No, this was like, it was even worse.
Yeah.
It was.
It's really bad when creators go after other creators in any realm. It's terrible.
And I love that somebody was like, wasn't there one of the original comic guys in the 80s got the job just because he was friends of somebody? I mean, there's.
Yeah.
If you can do the pages, then you got, bless your heart. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Please put the other ear pod back in the thingy. I'm going to need that in a minute.
That's important.
I think we might get in trouble if we have Reading Rainbow in the background.
I'll just get me demonetized. I don't care.
I love
keeping them.
that at some point she's watched the first two movies of Star Wars, but she hasn't seen Star Trek yet. And after watching Reading Rainbow, she's going to be like, "Oh my God, LeVar Burton's on Star Trek," and I'm like, "I love the direction this is going to go." Like, wait, is that the guy from Reading Rainbow? First, you haven't finished Empire Strikes Back yet.
Too scared.
When they're luring Luke Skywalker into the carbonite, the whole scene is very dark.
It's intense. I think someone has your earbud.
I'm taking that here. You can take this one.
You're muted. You're still muted. I can read lips.
It's not muting on the. It's muting.
Check on the phone.
Oh. Yeah, it's on the
phone?
It's on the website. On the StreamYard webpage, you'll see at the very bottom there's a mic and a camera, and you're muted down there.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't think I can unmute you. I can't.
There
you go. You're
unmuted.
There you go.
Good. Thank you for.
Back.
How did she get to the computer? I don't understand.
I don't know. That was odd. I was like,
the power.
I can't unmute you.
Oh God, my daughter will.
Tech magic.
Yeah, we'll just do all sorts of weird tech magic. Just all of a sudden, one of her first toys was this little I can't think of the name. Yeah, it had a mirror on it and some buttons. If you play the buttons, you hit the buttons to play the music. Well, my mother-in-law got at a thrift store. It was like, it wasn't really working, but they had the mirror.
But it had a mirror.
And she was like 6 months old. So we figured she'd still like it. She took the thing, tried it didn't work, and immediately just hit it 3 times on the table. All of a sudden, it was working.
And it never died. The thing never died.
Yep.
It was so funny. She looked at it real sternly, looked at it like, "You will work. Why aren't you working?" Gave it a look and went, bam, bam, bam. And it started playing its music and she was happy.
Yep.
Oh, you're my little techno major in training. Isn't that cute?
We're not going to go live by the river of India. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Oh my God, that's Obi.
What's Obi? Oh, he's fixing it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's Obi?
Star will explain.
Not sure. Star, explain. We don't know. Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah, no. There's small ones.
It's okay.
I should do a comic where you're licking hummus off the plate. Okay. So Liz did. She looked. So her shirt was always the Saturn from the Lego Spaceman.
Right.
Is what the emblem is supposed to be.
Right.
And it was white shirt. And she looks at the comic one day and goes, "I need to be wearing a black shirt the same as Mommy and Daddy." And so I was like, "Okay, you got a black shirt." I heard the laughter from the other room.
No,
well,
that's my hubby.
Yes, no, I was like,
that's my hubby. He's my tech man.
What did you do? Let go. Okay, I'm gonna have to take these away from you.
He's actually Hubby Little Paw on Twitter, I think. Aren't you on Twitter, Hubby Little Paw? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
I need to figure out how to distract
the littlest.
This one has to.
How about I run our commercial and give you a 6-minute break? See if you can find something for them to do.
Oh, she's good. I just hid the
sure?
the AirPods, but if you feel like you need to do a 6-minute,
we'll do the commercial real quick.
Okay,
Here we go, people.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dude, crap!
Make a bunch of eyes on my face.
I would do like probably your eyes and then 2 more sets.
Oh no, there's gonna be 3 on each side.
An enophile is a connoisseur of what?
Can I phone a friend?
Nah, right? No more dead. Dakota, if you dead, you dead.
See, that's all your stuff.
Increase, do this 5 times for 36. And then the next, it's just completely fucked off to me. Like, it's not a normal...
Good evening, Planet Flipside. How are you this evening?
Yeah, but do you know the area code for Dawson's Creek, or the zip code for Dawson's Creek?
901
901
So, Richard, tell me.
Yes.
Why are you here, Richard?
I don't know.
What
Someone
I
asked
do?
me.
Oh, I do. Hubby and I have been reading his comic for, I don't know how long.
Hold on.
A long time.
Wait a minute, Richard, you're a
Years.
comic? You're a comic?
And it's linked in the description below.
This was not rehearsed.
No idea. Oh, fuck you all. You blew me the fuck up.
That wasn't nice.
That was me. You're welcome. Shit, that was bad. Go away. Go away. Ah!
We're all gonna drink it.
Yay! I can't.
I got to chop a goblin in half, dude. That was the best shit ever. Like, just, and it was done. It's done. Goblin dead. Done.
Go ahead, say it again.
Dobby's tiny asshole.
Come here.
Not that kind.
You're mine. You're mine.
Hey y'all, don't forget to support the channel and get some really great gear.
Planet Flipside Market is the place for merchandise. Support the channel and get great gear. The choices are amazing. Get something nice. You deserve it.
Be good to yourself and to the channel. Just do it.
Pasen por Planet Flipside Market para mercancía increíble.
We are all made up of the stuff of stars, and that makes us extraordinary creatures. Find your spark, ignite your passion, and make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you.
People make time for what is important to them. That's why we're here.
Remember, if someone's mean to you, it's only because they're jealous. There's no other reason.
no matter what life brings you, you're one tough cookie.
Don't forget, trolls taste like chicken. And love your fellow humans, even if they're stupid. Kylie, bye!
If it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Do what makes you happy.
Remember, confidence is power.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I got worried about you.
Okay. I had some fun drama.
You have drama? Aw. That's the first time she ever said, do a comic of me licking the hummus off the plate? Something like that?
I mean, so I'll be doing the comic when they're going to bed. And she'll run in and be like, hey, mommy, read the comic to me. And be like, that's daddy and that's me. And so she knows she's in it. She knows, there's mommy does a comic. And other than the, hey, I want my t-shirt to be black, there hasn't been much.
It'll get more as she gets older.
Oh, yeah.
And then it'll be embarrassing.
That's the 2-year delay. I'm like, okay, this is the silly stuff you did 2 years ago. So hopefully it's not as painful of, wait, mom, you're making fun of me. Try not to. I'm mostly trying to make fun of me. That's the thing about having a journal comic is that the people, if you want to do a comic making fun of somebody, you have to be willing to do it to their face because they know how to find me. They know my email address. Yeah. My car has the devil's panties painted on the back of it. And I'm like, yeah, I drive really polite because they can find me. I got an email that was like, hey, I saw you at a gas station. What is this?
What is this?
Yeah.
Not spoiler alert, I go to gas stations too. My car needs gas.
That would be a standard Mel response. Yeah. Kick him in the butt with obvious.
Usually I just get hit upside the head with a stupid fish. I haven't really kicked him in the butt with the obvious.
It's fun. Sometimes it's fun.
The Sing 2. Okay, is it a cat or a child that's in somebody's background?
It's my kid, one of my kids. She's happy, just so y'all know. She's having a good time. That's all that matters.
It's a very different sound when she's not.
Yes. No,
it's raining, so we're happy. The barometric pressure dropped.
Oh, yeah. That makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
No, we, I don't know how we started watching Sing 2, but Sing 2 is awesome. And especially as an empowering kids movie, there's the whole story arc with the gorilla, and she keeps asking to listen to a song that, the song that you play over and over in the car driving to school. And so I'm fine with it because it's, come on, come at me, break me down. I'm still going to get up and do this. It doesn't matter that you tell me I'm terrible. I'm doing this.
So my daughter and I appreciated the message of the movie, but I think what we came away with most was boop, boop, beep, boop.
Boop, boop, beep, boop.
That was our favorite part. My daughter's 15.
I don't remember that part of the movie either. I was like,
what part is boop, boop, beep, boop? Give us
when
more
they're
context.
In the spaceship.
Oh, the pig.
The
more I
spaceship.
watch it, the more I adore the android pig, who's the one who wrote the whole thing. Who's like some weird Swedish, like, oh yeah, my mom said you're not as dumb as your father, and I'm like, there's a lot going on with this pig.
Oh yeah,
like, everyone
all the
kind of
characters are very flush.
discounts. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
it's amazing when I see stuff like that with that much of a collective cast, and all of them are flushed out characters. It's always amazing. They could have sheeted so many of them,
right?
And they didn't.
Yeah.
So that's always great.
There's some stuff that you watch a second time and it hits you and you go, oh my God. Do you guys watch Bluey?
No.
It's a little.
That's one we did not get into.
Oh, it's Australian, and there's this one part where they're acting out how the parents met, and the one little girl, one kid has a balloon up her shirt to show that she's pregnant, and the balloon pops, and it's just the parents sitting there watching it, and the dad just grabs the mom's hand. And I'm like, and they keep going, and they're like, okay, and they're dealing with the kid who's
that's
kind of upset about
awesome.
ruining everything, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Hubby and I were expecting our first. I was like quite a few months pregnant. I can't remember how pregnant, but I was quite, or was this just after we had the baby? Anyways, we were very new parent stuff going on. And we went to see Finding Nemo. Opening scene, we're both like,
yeah.
Nope.
This might not have been a good idea, but we watched and cried through that whole movie, man.
The stuff that changes you. The trauma of nursing. Oh my God, even if you can do it, the trauma of nursing. And I finally got, and we're watching a nature channel, and it's that they have the little pigs, the wild pigs, and a cougar or something sneaks in and grabs one of them, and I'm just like,
can't do it. Nope. 300, the beginning where the kids are fighting and pushing each other down and stuff. I'm like, nope. Hubby's like, it's not that bad. I said, it is for me. Can't do it anymore. I used to be a hard-nosed bitch, but I can't deal with this shit.
The Walking Dead. Suddenly, like,
well, yeah, 2 minutes into The Walking Dead, I'm like, nope, not watching this show.
Luckily I watched it pre-parenthood, because now that I think back on it, I'd be like, nope, can't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. My first nightmare was a dentist office, and my oldest was screaming, and the drill was going, and I couldn't get to him. And that still, he's 19 years old, and I still can see that dream in my head. He was like maybe
30, 40, 50. It's still going to be.
It's terrible.
Oh, yes. Oh, I was driving behind a pickup truck that had all of the stickers. It was Let's Go Brandon, and it was Take Back Your America, and it was, Donald Trump and everything. And I was like, I'm fantasizing about the things I'm going to yell at him when I get out of the car. I'm like, okay, I'm going to confront him. And then I stop and go, I've got a kid in the back of the car.
Yep.
I've got a brown kid in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm. They really do change everything.
Can't
do it.
Nope. Coming to my house, I'm gonna. There's definitely some stuff,
it's gonna be a different story.
I'm definitely like, okay, I'm just gonna test something out. How fast can I get to? Yeah. Anyway.
It is a crazy thing. I know that, my goal is, I tell my kids, especially my youngest, because he's the one who talks. My two oldest don't talk, but my youngest talks. Every now and then he questions me, which is good. I think kids should question. And my answer most of the time, though, is my job is to raise you not to be an asshole. That's my biggest job. Just don't be an asshole.
Yep. Oh, that's like the third. That's not the first on the, okay, we have to make sure that they're healthy. And they're fed, and they're, functional.
But the social end, that's
oh my God.
Oh no, your audio went out. Your audio went out.
We can't hear you, Jenny.
Can you hear us? It did it again. I don't know what happened.
Her earbud might have died.
Nope. There we go.
That works. I had a small chat with that. Raising a girl, and you don't have to say hi back, and you don't have to be nice, and you don't have to smile, but you also don't get attacked.
Yeah.
So there's the balance of, you don't have to be rude, you don't have to be nice, but don't be rude, because that's dangerous too.
You don't have to be nice, but you don't have to be aggressive. I think that's the line that I have. You don't have to be nice, but you don't have to be aggressive. Just walk away. Just go away.
When
that's what I tell. That's what I've told my surrogate children, which I've had a lot of those. Don't need to put yourself in a position where you're gonna be in a worse position. Walk away.
Yeah.
Go to someone who looks like they're a safety zone. And
Oh
take
my
it
God,
up with them.
conventions. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Dragon Con conventions and just okay, so there's a Saturday Night Live skit where it's the people prepping the freshmen in college, and it's the guy, bro, doing the freshman in orientation. He's like, all right, guys, don't fall asleep at the frat party because you'll wake up with something drawn on your face. And the girl's like, have the app open in your Uber car and the door unlocked in case you have to jump because in case they're driving in a direction that isn't supposed to be. And as she's going down the list of just normal survival for college girl, he's like, wait, you have to, and she's like, yeah, every day. And I'm like, I know this is a Saturday Night Live skit, but it's really true.
Yeah.
Oh.
So doctor's kits, which I got a doctor's kit to kind of get them into, okay, going to the doctors, getting shots, all that kind of stuff. Doctor's kits come with glasses for some reason and a phone. And the phone makes the noise of taking a picture and ringing because doctors need to take pictures with their personal phone.
Some stuff I just don't get with toys. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad mine like to color on butcher block paper. That's and Legos. Those are our two big things. Color and butcher block paper and Legos. Yay!
Yes, we can do that. Yeah, and then
we can do that to the day. Oh, and bubbles. We love bubbles in this house.
Bubbles.
We have all different kinds of bubble machines. They're fun. Because some toys are weird.
At 3 or maybe 4, we had 2 different people give us the Beanie Babies that have giant eyes and sparkles.
Peekaboos.
The eyes are bigger than their head. And so we were in a store and she saw that there was more than the 2 that she had. And she was like, oh, I need these. And I said, I am not buying this. I am not spending my money for this, but you can do chores.
Yeah.
You get $1 for taking out all the trash in the house. You get so I'm like, okay, physical appropriate size wise. So I'm like, you can buy yourself this, but I am not.
Nope.
So,
I have one of those. It's a fox. It's a peekaboo fox, but it's a phone holder. So it's got a double. It kind of sits on the side. It looks like it's peekabooing over the phone.
Nice.
And there's some people on this channel who absolutely hate it. They're like, that is the creepiest thing in the entire world. I'm like, it's so freaking cute.
It's like, yes.
I can't help it.
The creepy makes it cute. They both go both ways.
It does. It creepy and cute. It's normal coexistence.
It depends on which direction you come from at it. Every shit is somebody's creepy. Yep. And everybody's creepy is somebody's cute.
Again with movie references, Ant-Man, when he gives that really horrid, ugly bunny rabbit doll to his girl, and she's like, it's so ugly. I love it. She's like 4.
Oh yeah. Oh, we went back and watched the movies you rewatch with your kids. Despicable Me is wonderful. It's just wonderful.
I never watched Despicable Me. I watched like the first 5 minutes. Well, I have since this, but I'd never watched it. And then my youngest son started getting into the Minions, and I watched the Minions movie, and I'm like, oh, this is actually cute. I'm going to try Despicable Me again. It's that first 5 minutes of Despicable Me I was having a hard time getting past because it's kind of boring. Yeah. But once I got past it, I was like you. I was like, this is actually really good.
Oh, yeah.
This is really smartly written. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah,
so now we have them all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I keep walking away. I don't have any kids with me, but there are 4 cats, and one of them is a jerk to the others.
That's the deaf one? No, that's harder than kids. No.
That's why I don't. I'm house sitting. I'm cat sitting for my brother. These are not my cats. I'm not a cat person.
She's not.
It's when it's my family would always say, my parents would say, don't break the rentals. If we had an extra kid, friends visiting or something, don't hurt the rentals. So yeah, when it's somebody else's pets or somebody else's kids, you take care of those much better than you take care of your own. So yes, I totally get the I'm taking care of somebody else's cat. Not an animal person, but I'm definitely going to be a little bit more. Which I have cats in the comics, and people are like, "Oh, how are your cats?" And I'm like, "Those are roommates' cats. I do not."
Those are for the comic. I live profusely through them.
Well, and I had a comic where we're trying to move a filing cabinet up some stairs, and I had people emailing me, giving me advice about how to move the filing cabinet up the stairs, and I'm like, it already happened. We did it.
Long time ago.
I did. Well, and I was doing comics about being in Japan, and people were like, "Oh, I'm there too. Let's meet up." And I'm like, no. I make sure. I do make sure that everything works out before I do a comic about it. My friend who was pregnant, and we did jokes about trying to induce labor. I made sure that kid was home and safe before I said
before you started.
Try to induce.
Yeah.
I
you don't want to. No, you don't want the repercussions from something like that. If something goes bad.
Yeah, 2-year delay on the kid comics because I did not want to do a take backsies on those. I was like, if I have to do Nevermind comic, no. And I found out about myself with grief. I don't want people to give me words of condolence. I am very, it's the term, I'm selfish. I learned that I am selfish with my grief. Yeah. I'm like, no, don't, thank you, but don't. So yeah, I definitely have a delay on.
Yeah. I have a lot of shh. Go find someone else who needs you.
Which it does need to be said. I kind of want to do comics about grief because I do feel like it's something that people have gone through and we don't talk about it enough.
And the other thing is when people tell people how to grieve. Well, you can't be why are you doing that? Why are you making all these videos? Why are you doing this? Why aren't you making all these videos? Why are you doing this?
Right.
My process is my process.
Everybody's process is different. There are so many stages of grief and you can do them in any order and as many times as you need to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody's doing it different. Yeah.
Yeah, like Mel's one of the few people I would call when I'm grieving. I have my moments and I'm like, Mel, I just need you for 5 minutes. And I do my 5 minutes and she knows that's all I need. And we're good.
Read that crying in front of a loved one, actually, there's a biological thing that makes you feel better.
Your tears are different depending when you're calm in front of a loved one, you're actually cleansing out toxins. When you are crying in front of people you don't know or by yourself, you are actually creating toxins that make you sick.
Ooh, I didn't know about the by yourself.
And there's all different. And happy cry, actually, you produce more endorphins, and the tears that are going down your face are fixing your skin. There's like stuff
I didn't
in
know
them
that.
for your skin. How awesome is that?
So I feel really bad for my husband though, because I have my breakdowns. We had a pandemic. There was some scheduled breakdowns.
I was just going to say, everyone
I just need to do that. Well, the poor males, I don't mean to do male, female, but he's all about what do I need to do to protect this person and take care of this person and, and fix it. What can I do to make you stop crying? And I'm like, no, this has to happen. I just need to get this out of the way.
Yeah, it's with me and hubby. It's I said after we just had our 20th anniversary, but the other day, or not the other day, but a while back, I had said to him, what do you want from me while I'm crying, right? What do you want from me? And he's like, I just want to help. And I'm like, oh, okay. Click. Need to think about this for a second. We need to communicate. And I said to him, I need you to ask me what I need. And when I say what I need you to believe me. And that has fixed so many problems, people. Let me tell you, everyone out there, if somebody wants to help you, that's fine. But make sure they know they need to help you in the way you need.
Right.
If he's like, do I need to stay? Do I need to go? Do you need to be touched? Do you need to not be touched? Where are we?
I love that a couple of in the second Frozen movie, the guy shows up and he goes, she's running from giants and he's like, what do you need? Yeah. He's not like, I'm going to protect you from. He's like, what do you need in this situation? Which was that moment I was like, keep her. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have a comic where I was covered in baby vomit, and I yell for him, and he comes up and he's like, "What do you need?" And I was like, "I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know.
I need help, but I don't. There's puddles of baby vomit everywhere, and I'm soaked, and I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I don't know where to start is what that is more than anything
So Star says one of the things I appreciate about Jennie is that she has given me a different point of view on certain issues. To be specific, I was almost shot and I'm uncomfortable around firearms. But Jennie and her family are into them safely. And so I've learned that there can be collectors that are responsible.
That's awesome.
The firearm thing, because I think that there was the latest something that happened that everyone started yelling about how your hobby isn't worth firearms. And I kept quiet, but I was in a house in Atlanta, which got broken into on a regular basis. We got broken into 5 times in 3 years. And I mean, the front door kicked down and they know how to take the flat screen down real quick. They're just after the flat screen. And I was home alone on the 3rd floor and I heard window glass breaking. I can't get away. I can't physically defend myself physically. I went and got the shotgun.
Yeah.
Because, I don't.
When it comes to you or me situation.
I mean, and it wasn't even a you or me. It was, you need to leave, and I have the ability to defend myself. I don't want to do it. They say that the number 1 deterrent of a break-in is a dog, and the second one is a shotgun ratcheting.
Yep,
it's a noise that'll clear the house. So it's this whole concept of, and I also grew up with classmates. The only way they got meat for their family was hunting. So there's a very different. I recognize why the voting is separated the way it is, because you can't have the same laws in a rural environment where you need to go hunting to get food for your family. I mean, Alaska alone, whereas you don't have those same laws for New York City. Very different.
Right. Yeah. Why do you have a shotgun in your 5th-story apartment? Yeah, that's a little different. That's a why situation.
so yeah, and the gun thing is weird because I have family members and I have a brown husband who if we go outside of Portland, it's a very different state. So my views on guns are very different because I'm coming at it from a different side of self-protection.
Right. Of course. That completely makes sense.
So yeah, I mean, I totally get that. Now on one hand, I have a super liberal mom. We're like, no one's ever tried to punch me before. I have never experienced violence, and seeing where some people are coming from of going, let's just take away all the guns. That way nobody will have to experience this violence. I totally see that. I am on board with that. But then my husband, who grew up in a very different environment, I'm like, all right, my experience and my upbringing in life is totally different than everybody else's. Everybody else has a different experience. And me saying, oh, well, let's just get rid of all the guns because I've never had to deal with them.
Right.
There's a comic strip that's 2 eagles sitting reading the paper, and one eagle says to the other eagle, have you ever had trouble with Mr. Owl? And the other eagle goes, why, no, I've never had trouble with Mr. Owl. And he goes, oh, I don't know what Mr. Mouse is on about.
Right.
Just because the cops aren't harassing you.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes so much sense.
Oh. And I wish I could cite that comic because it's a comic strip. It's a New Yorker comic.
I was just gonna say, isn't it from the New Yorker? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, no, I
don't know who it is, but it's a commentary one. Yeah. My dad collected guns and always taught us these are not toys. And I grew up on farms, so we grew up. We had to, before we could use any, we had to learn how to respect and use this knife, and we had to learn how to use and respect this fishing pole. I mean, this very specific.
Those hooks.
Than bow and arrow. Those hooks are nothing to gawk
You
at.
don't just play around with a hook.
There's no playing with those things. That will take an eye out. And
of all of them, we're talking about guns and knives, and I'm like, ooh, fish hooks. Oh, fish hooks. Ooh,
Hey, from
no, you
someone
don't play
who's
with that.
gone through a few fingers, yeah, I understand. I understand. But yeah, and then of course when you got older, you got guns and bows and arrows and all those kinds of things because we did the same thing. We had at least $1 a year that was food.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah.
One.
The most traumatizing injury I ever had, we had guns around the house. We had, various stuff. The most traumatizing injury I ever had was when I stapled my thumb.
Even though his father was an avid collector and had some beautiful pieces, but yeah, the worst injury that I ever had in the house was probably a thumb staple.
But that's because responsible people teach safety first.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we need more of is responsible people.
Yeah, no, I'm into the.
Mom always said that I wasn't allowed to teach common sense at a college level because nobody would take the class.
Nope.
Yeah, schooling.
It's a crazy world that we live in. It truly is. I'm all about schooling, but
it's always been crazy. But I feel like now we know. Now we can see into everybody else's crazy. Now we can see all the other crazy around, which we're like, oh, that's a lot more prevalent than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my running jokes when I was in my 20s was, well, you know what necrophilia means, right? It's a little creepy. What's creepier is there's enough people that we have to have a word for it.
Yep.
Something to think about, peoples.
Yep.
Some things are just unsettling, and they always will be. Can't help it.
Yeah. There's some stuff that I'm not looking forward to explaining.
Well, as they get older, they figure some stuff out, but you have to always be ready to say, and my big thing is, I don't know. Let's go research that together.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my big things. I have no idea. Let's go research that together. We'll figure it out.
I've been working really hard on differentiating a theory and a hypothesis from a fact.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, okay, well, religion. That's
a rough
one. A lot of theory and hypothesis and what's the term that I was using a lot of, that it's belief. That a belief is very different than a fact, a scientifically proven, reproducible fact, because a lot of family members are using belief as scientific fact.
Which is rough.
It's something they feel. And it's hard. It's weird because sometimes you hear a scientific fact and you go, that doesn't sound plausible.
Right.
That doesn't sound like that would work.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like hearing some of the TikTok scientists that show you interesting
I love TikTok
biology.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite ends of TikTok. I'm like, are you on TikTok, Jenny?
Briefly,
you just play
like
you
the app
don't
on
post?
the phone because he's like the app on the phone is so they're bad. They're listening all the time. Anyway, no, Alexis Nicole. My daughter watches Alexis Nicole all the time. Because I'm a filthy vegan. Happy snacking, don't die.
Right.
She goes through all the plants that you can eat, and it's great. Oh, she's glorious.
There's this. I don't know if this is the filthy vegan. Have you heard of her?
Yes.
She's one
she
of my
calls herself
favorite.
the filthy vegan.
Filthy
Black
vegan.
lady.
Is that the same girl? Yeah. She's like she should be the next Mrs. Frizzle. I swear. She should be the next Mrs. Frizzle. Wouldn't she make a great Mrs. Frizzle?
Her outfits, her
attitude,
her makeup, and her it just.
I love her. She is so much fun.
Yeah,
she is so much fun. She's like, I'm just a filthy vegan. I'm like, yeah.
She's like, use butter. Use, she's like, I'm doing it this way, but because I'm a vegan.
Use
but
whatever
you do it
you want.
the way you want. Yeah, recognizing that everybody does their own thing. It's great.
Well, and I always thought, like I said, I grew up in Michigan on a full functioning farm. We had beef, pork, we had all of it, dairy. We sold to the real company. We had acres and acres of farmland. We had acres of this, and this was multi-family, or multi-generational family. This was like 4 generations in one area.
Yeah.
And we had hunting grounds, and I just thought everyone knew stuff. Like what a wild onion was and how you could eat it and use it. What a wild carrot was and how it was different from a regular carrot. And I can't believe that people don't know this stuff. I
It
came down to
depends on your
Florida.
area. Yeah.
I came down to Florida and I was walking in the wooded area, which is kind of creepy down here. It's different from Michigan, so it's a little creepy because you don't know everything that's going on. And I looked to my right and I went, "That's belladonna." My friend said, "Yes, it grows wild down here." And I'm like, "Oh." And the other friend was like, "What's belladonna?" Don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
Well, and you get used
Can you use
to
it for anything? Yes, but you can't because you don't know what you're doing.
no. Oh yeah. No, and I love that Alexis Nicole goes through okay, this is the flower and it's great, but don't touch the leaves and don't touch this part. And you got to boil this. And I grew up in Virginia and we'd eat, blackberries and there was all this stuff that you could eat. Well, I went down to Georgia and I'm out for a LARP in the middle of the woods of Georgia and some kids are around this bush and they're eating these things off the bush that I've never seen before. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're eating muscadines. We're eating muscadines."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Don't eat that. It's nature." Wait. It's just nature I'm not familiar with. So, muscadines is amazing. They're just thick-skinned giant grapes. They're like this big.
Grapes.
Oh yeah, they're wonderful. And I loved it. After that, I was just.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Jenny, thank you for your coffee video. They helped.
Yeah, I need to go back through, and it was interesting because it was stream of consciousness from the beginning of the pandemic on. Of okay, I guess we're doing this. This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. I mean, we're not fine, but we're fine.
But we'll figure it out.
Mostly every coffee.
Was mine.
Yeah,
we're fine, but we'll figure it out. This channel was in talks. Mel and Doll and I were talking about this channel just about a year before the pandemic, and we were gonna actually give it another year of kind of processing. But when the pandemic hit, we just started doing it, and it became a thing, our thing.
Oh yeah.
So the pandemic pushed a lot of people to do a lot of different things that they weren't quite thinking it was time for yet. It's like, okay,
well,
jump in, 2 feet.
Oh yeah. For my first vaccination, we went through the convention center where Rose City was, and I could see the coffee shop where we had sat during Rose City, just having coffee and doing a convention and going, what would we have thought if we had seen lines and lines and lines of masked people? I mean, it looks, I love the YouTuber who did the time where she's talking to herself from the past. And all of I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. I mean, you're going to be fine. A lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's
But
okay.
you're going to be fine.
It's like, man, it looked, from the outside, it looked freaking rough. I read a book that had a apocalypse, a plague in it. And I'm like, oh, that's adorable.
I watched an old movie like that the other day. I was like, oh, look. Yeah, they're fine.
Oh, well,
just take a bath. You'll be fine.
In the book, they're like, oh, and somebody gets the spots on their hands. And so everyone runs and they call the evacuation place, and the person who's gotten infected just goes off to quarantine.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. And I'm like,
no.
I loved World War Z, the book was amazing because they did have families trying to smuggle their infected in the trunk of their car out because that's what you do. The book is really accurate. He goes through each country and how they would deal with the pandemic, and you go,
yep,
that feels great about it. Yep,
that's pretty spot on. Some people just get it, unfortunately, and that's creepy, but true.
Well, there was a lot that we didn't expect.
There that other
we had
countries were more ready for than we were.
We did not do well. I thought we would do better, and we
We
did
did
not.
not.
We really
People are intelligent and process things. Populations are neurotic and
if we could, the Men in Black quote, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, a person is perfectly. It's people that are panicky. Yeah.
And that's really what I believe that's really what hit us more than anything was people, the masses.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. No. Nah. no. We actually did look onto some of the websites and forums where people were way over there, and we were going, oh, this is what you're thinking. This is where you're coming from. You honestly do. And there's some ringleaders, and it's very painful because you get loved ones who are listening to the ringleaders, and you're going, I know it's your feeling, and I know it feels like you're safe and right. Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
And
so
don't be sorry. That is very truthful, and it's hard when you have people you care about and you just want to help, and a lot of times there's nothing you can do.
Well, and I've also been called out. So I can't say, I'm the one who's always right, because I've been called out on some of my hypocrisy and some of my, okay, I'm going to be judgy about everybody else, but I'm going to go over here and go ahead and take a flight with maybe a infected child. And so, when it comes down to you, suddenly you can bend your values. Who is it? The Mandalorian. Is it going to say Mandarin? With the orange Mandarin. I was going to do the orange Mandarin. Yeah. Mandalorian of, you have your values up until it's you or your values. And it was a great scene of, what are you willing to sacrifice for your, so no, we can't say, oh, it's all them. No. We each had a moment of hypocrisy and
exactly.
And
It was
That's like the Star Trek Deep Space Nine. They're over here and they're fighting the Dominion, and it's like Starfleet's got this big moral, we keep we don't interfere and all this stuff, and we are always above board, and then they're getting their butt kicked by the Dominion, and you have the episode in the pale moonlight where Sisko just basically did everything he did to get the Romulans into the war to turn the tide. But it's like he lied, he was an accessory to murder, all this other stuff. And it was like, when you're the biggest kill on the block, it's good to have morals. But when you're over here and you're getting your butt kicked, then it's okay to fight dirty because it's survival.
I read the Walking Dead books, and I love that arc of you had somebody who was totally moral because he just woke up in it and still had all of his values. and then the apocalypse caught up with him, and everything fell one after the other
It's trial and tribulation. You never know. You
really don't know what you'll do until you're in that situation.
This is true, and I say that a lot. I don't know. I can't answer that question because I've never done it, and I've never been in it, and I don't know how I would react. I can have hypothesize. Ooh, I can speak, I swear.
The horror houses, the scary houses where they have the picture at the end, where there's a loud noise, and you see who jumps in front of and who throws their girlfriend or child in front of them. And it's these really great moments of.
I have a lot of funny stories about those.
That moment, we're gonna find out who you are real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Hi.
Blah, blah.
Oh, look at those sunglasses. Those are
nifty.
sunglasses.
Yes, you have sunglasses.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, poor.
Yes. Adorable.
Yeah, I don't know if the could be the older one is going to say, "Oh, I'm fine with the comic," and the younger one is going to be saying, "No, you have to write me out of it. I'm not like."
Well, that's like Ozzy Osbourne's daughter. She was like, "Peace out. I'm not in this."
Film around me. No, I'm good.
Film around me, and the older brother.
Yeah.
He was like, "No."
I mean, that's that whole taking other people's what's the term I'm looking for? Taking people for granted on their values, on their wants, emotions, what their consent is. And I love that we've talked about consent. And so anytime that I'm at a convention, I ask 2 questions. May I take your picture? May I post your picture on the internet? Those are 2 very different questions. And with a kid, I try to instill in them, can I take your picture? You're allowed to say no. Even if you're in a costume, you can be tired and say no. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to have to. Thank you guys. It's been great.
Go be mom.
I got something I got to take care of.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I hope you come back again sometime. I enjoyed having you on here today.
Oh, yeah.
You
Thank
too,
you guys.
little one. Bye-bye.
Can you say bye-bye? Can you? Mwah.
Bye-bye. Mwah. Mwah.
Aww.
Oh, adorable. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye.
Aw. That was sweet.
I want to read this. But it makes it seem like that if you have a good reason that it's okay to break the rules. Well, I would say yes, but then who defines what's a good reason?
Exactly.
Then we get to moral and ethics, and those are big discussion points. Big, huge discussion points. So thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. I am so glad we got to do this. I hope we get to do it again. Tomorrow we have the coffee house at 11 o'clock. That's an open table if you want to join us. We do have a Discord channel that is linked below, and the link will be posted. We love people to show up and talk to us, and we usually
come hang out.
A whole bunch of people.
We do
on
fun
board.
stuff.
We do. We played Wheel of Fortune, and it was a blast. And you never know what we're
Sometimes I help you, and sometimes I just wait to see how long it'll take.
It's
a fun game I like to play.
She's a brat. We established that this morning too.
Hey Dixie, what are we doing next Friday?
Next Friday we have Jenna
Birmingham.
She is a voice actress who does a lot of writing and voice acting in the Texas area, but she is you can hear her worldwide. She just got some groovy awards for her voice acting. She's amazing, and I adore her, and I'm so excited that we haven't seen her in like a year, more than a year. So
almost 2 years.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Has it been that long?
Yes, last year went by really fast. I don't know why, but it did.
Yeah.
It went by super fast.
It did.
So we're gonna get to see her again and talk about the different stuff she has.
Well, thank you for coming, Star.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome back anytime. Hit the like, hit the
We need to get a
follow,
name for the new baby.
subscribe.
Yes, subscribe, ring my bell, la la la. You never know. Also tomorrow we have Bitches with Switches at 8 p.m. and that's when we play Mario Kart 8. If you have a Switch and want to play with us, get here early because sometimes we fill up. But we love to have people come play with us. And then we have Mondays and Tuesdays off, and we start our week again on Wednesdays. So we'd love to see you there. Yeah. All right. Love you. Have a great night. Catch you on Planet Flipside tomorrow.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Wait a minute. I lost my button. There it is.
So yeah, Yaftik is definitely where my heart lies in the comics.
Yeah, if you want to get into voiceover, you got to do it because you love it. You can't do it because you want to be rich and famous, especially because you're legit doing a job that people don't know your face.
in my comic, there's a number of sentient computers and video game consoles that have happened over the years.
I should have a film. I thought it was going to be the end of this year. I think it's going to be next year. There should be a film called Badness coming.
I think we're up to 6 Star Wars children's books now that I've illustrated.
I'm here!
I'm here.
The dork behind the drawing. No,
Yay!
Don't look him directly in the face.
I draw cartoons for a living, and you can't tell me that the stuff that that we're producing nowadays is just for kids.
Kevin and Kel is now the longest running webcomic. I started in September 1995, and it's never missed a day since.
When I announced that I was voicing for Inuyasha's daughter, everyone was like, what? Like,
that was all well and good until, I was giving Phil a ride one day and he said, so how's your boyfriend? And I said, well, we're breaking up. And Phil said, oh, really?